Good morning, guys. MWUSA Season 5, Episode 119. It is May 20th, 2026, and there's a lot of big things going on as far as this date and as far as this episode. For one, this is Episode 1100, which I never thought I would get to, even 6 months ago. I never thought I would get here. But it's also May 20th, which is an important date for me. 4 years ago today, I was admitted to the hospital, and I think I was there, I don't know how long, between 8 and 10 days, somewhere in there. I don't remember because I hardly remember it. I was on a lot of drugs, a lot of medicine, that is, a lot of painkillers. I had an employer who was not understanding of it and was forcing me to use my vacation time, was not going to pay me because I was running out of vacation time. And actually they worked in the healthcare industry, which was just awful. Doctors told me that if it wasn't for the quick actions of my wife, I might have been less than a minute away from dying. So it was a pretty big deal. I was new in Advantage Play. Only been doing it for a little over a year at that point, and I was completely out of commission for over a month, if I remember right. I have to go back and look. And I remember going back to the casinos for the first time because it was necessity. I had to go back to the casinos. I had to make money to make ends meet. Being laid up for a month or so, maybe longer, put me in a situation where my bankroll was dwindling down, and I absolutely had to get back out there. And I remember how hard it was just to be able to walk and having to drive. It was it might have been the first day that I actually drove again, and I drove myself to the casino. And it was not my local because I'd been kicked out of my local by that point. And I remember walking in and barely being able to walk and wondering if something bad was going to happen because I wasn't supposed to be out at that point. And a few months later I started the podcast. Maybe within a month I started the podcast, and now we're 1100 episodes into the podcast. And today might be an important lesson for me. I'm actually kind of in that place again. I'm in a place where things haven't been going great. My options are few, and I need to get out there and get back on track again. And it's kind of an important lesson because as bad as I feel like things are right now, I still have my skills, I still have my abilities. I'm still going out, hitting casinos, and making money. And it's not life-threatening like it was at that point. Interestingly, my work was totally against me. They actually sent me a gift while I was in the hospital, and when I thanked them for the gift, they said, well, now we have verification since you thanked us that you're in the hospital and you're not allowed to do your job while you're in the hospital. So use your sick time. If you run out of sick time, you have to use your vacation time, and after that you're not getting paid. And I had to make a decision at that point whether or not I was going to get a surgery. And I had already told the doctors, no, I'm not going to get the surgery. I'm just going to have my normal recovery, because I was worried about being put out, being knocked out, and I'm the breadwinner for the house, and there's nobody else that's making money for the household, and I have a big family, and I didn't want something to happen to me and then they don't have any money. And it wasn't out of fear, because I knew everything would be okay and I was good with God, but I was worried that if something happened to me, that there'd be nobody to take care of my family. So yeah, that was 4 years ago today, actually, around maybe 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, if I remember right. So anyway, now that that's out of there, and over the last 4 years or so, 4+ years, we've earned over $1 million. This year has been a bad year in that I'm way behind where I was last year at this point, but I have a lot less options, and I'm learning new skills and trying to develop and all that kind of stuff. So this year is totally different than last year, which was totally different than the year before, and so on. So what the future will bring, I really don't know, but I have an idea and a hope that we're moving in a good direction. So today I'm leaving early, as always, on a Wednesday. 67 degrees outside, heavy rain, and it doesn't look like the rain's gonna stop for a very long time. So gonna get out of here. We have a meeting we have to stop for. I'd like to be at my first casino by then. Meeting's at 10:30, so I'd like to be at the casino in the parking garage at that point. That way they don't hear all the rain outside my car. And it should last about half an hour or so, and then we're going to get in there and hopefully play some blackjack, hopefully find some good slots to play, and have a good day. So here we go. We are on our way, and I'll be back to update you soon. Alright guys, I am back. So right now, schedule wise, I'm going to be about 10 minutes ahead of schedule and getting to the casino before the meeting. I am going to stop for some fuel here in a little bit. I won't have to stop again on this trip, which is very nice. The rain is still coming down, but it's a lot lighter now. The sky is a lot lighter as well. So feeling better about that, a lot more safe. There was a lot of construction already on this trip. Construction plus heavy rain was not a good thing. So and I was able to do some online stuff and make $85. So starting the day plus 85. So let's keep rolling here. So far so good. And let's stop, get some fuel, get to the casino. We'll do our meeting, and I'll be back to update you. Oh my God. What a day. It has been a ridiculous day. I'm still here. It's early evening now. It's like 4:30 p.m. I'm going to go over everything that happened here with you. I got notes here. It's been pretty crazy. First thing I did actually was play some blackjack. Gosh, that was loud. A little bit of blackjack. Ended up with just a short session on a $25 table, and then it was unplayable for certain reasons I can't discuss, and ended up ahead 75. Then had another session, another short one, plus 50. Okay, so we're getting a chance to play. Then we had a longer session and played that one for a while and ended ahead 750. And that was also low limit. That one took about an hour, so happy with that. In the meantime, I'm being pulled in every direction. We had a team play that we did that was plus 29. Another one that was minus 36 or so, and another one that was plus 4. I think we ended up around even, or minus 2 plus 2, somewhere in there, so right about even. So then I'm walking around And this guy comes up to me. He's been sick for a while. People who know me know who he is. He's been sick for a while. He's trying to figure out what's going on, going to different doctors and stuff like that. And he says he knows a guy in the area who's a pit boss. And this pit boss wants a room at one of the casinos. And he knows this guy has a card at all the casinos in the area. And he said, if you get me a room, I'll get you a room at my place. So he said, I'll also get you like $200 in food. I'll get you some free play, all this stuff. So it turns out that he didn't really deliver on anything for him. My friend goes to get the room, and it was too early. So then he asked me if I wanted it, because this guy wasn't replying to his messages anymore. So I said, sure, it would be nice to do it overnight. It'd be nice to sleep somewhere other than the car. So yeah, I would do that. So he said, okay, why don't we go over there? One second. He said, why don't we just go over there? I'll get you the room right now. I'm like, okay, that sounds good. So we head over there, and it's still too early. I said, I just want you to know, I'm not supposed to be here, so in case anything happens. And he's like, no, everything's going to be fine. Don't worry about it. They don't care. I'm like, okay, I'm telling you, it was a big deal that day. And then since then, other places that are related have pointed to this place as the reason why they've said don't come in here. So I'm like, I just want you to know that it is a bigger deal than you think. Oh no, everything's fine. So we're walking around, and he's like, well, will we just take a couple laps of the casino while they're getting the room ready? There was no line there or anything. He said, let's take a couple laps, we'll come back, and then we'll see what's going on. I'm like, okay, I don't like it, but we'll do it. So we start walking around, immediately start seeing other APs checking stuff, people that I know from other areas. I'm like, okay, well, that's fine, this area is fine. There's no one really here that would know me, because only the table games people would know me. So then we're still walking around. He gets a voucher, like a 50-cent voucher stuck in a machine, and he pushes the button for help. And I'm like, do we really want to be sitting around here for this 50-cent voucher? And we'll wait around. Finally the lady comes and gets the voucher out of the machine for him. And this nice quiet area here, maybe I'll stand around here for a minute. So she gets the voucher out for him, and he puts it in the machine right next to it, gets it jammed in there. Get it back out again, and turned out he was using a voucher from a different casino, and instead of it just spitting it out, it held it both times. So okay, that's all cool. We got it back, everything's fine. Walk around a little bit more, walk around the other sections, and then we're all done. The only part that's left is the high limit part. And I'm like, look, this is not the area that I want to be walking around, because this is the area that everybody knows me. Oh no, everything will be fine. It takes them forever in there. We're checking high limit slots now at this point. So I'm like, okay, finally we were able to walk in such a way that, nobody could see, everything was fine. So, just found a play. So, walk away, we go to check into the room. Hold on one second. Okay, that was nice. Lost $14. All right. No, I must have lost less than that. $8. So, finish up there, we go to check into the room. On our way to going to check to the room, he sees a host that's a friend of his. I'm like, this is not good. And of course they stop, they shake hands, they're hugging each other, all this stuff. And I'm like, I just want to get out of there. So finally he finishes up with him. He's like, yeah, that guy loves me. I'm like, okay, well, let's see what happens here. We went to check in. I sit down and I'm waiting on a couch while he's checking in. And now all of a sudden there's a line of like 20 people, because now it's the real check-in time. So I'm sitting there waiting. He goes and checks in, finally gets that taken care of. We're all done. We leave there. Now, this room was going to be for me. But while we're doing all that, the host from this other casino calls him and says, "Oh, sorry, I was busy. Yeah, I do want the room." And he's like, "Sorry, I already told him I didn't want it." And the host says, "Well, can you just call him back and tell him you do want it?" It's like, what a rude SOB. So he asked me, he's like, "Do you mind if I get you one somewhere else?" I'm like, actually I prefer somewhere else anyway, so that's fine. So he called the guy back. He said, "Okay, I got it for you. That's fine. Yeah, as soon as I leave here, I'll call you and give you the key." Okay, the guy's okay with that. So we leave the area and we're heading to a different place to get a room there instead. And we arrive here where I am right now. And the guy texts him, "I can't get you a room, can't get you the free play, and can't get you the free food either. Just give your room to someone else." Like, how rude are these people? So anyway, he ended up giving me that room after all. So that's all done. Everything is calm and done. And so he says, "Hey, would you like a free meal?" I'm like, "Sure, whatever." They have like a little buffet. So he's like, "Yeah, I can get a couple tickets to the buffet." I said, "Okay, that sounds good." He goes and gets it, and he wants to wash his hands. Okay, great. He goes in the bathroom to wash his hands. I go in to wash my hands. He's not washing his hands. He's peeing, right? So I wash my hands. I'm ready to eat. He comes out, doesn't wash his hands, just gets a paper towel, dries his hands off, and goes to eat. It's like, oh my God, come on, man. So we go to eat and we sit down, and there's no line. We sit down. They have like a fried shrimp, like a breaded shrimp, and what looks like breaded fish. So I figure it's fish and shrimp. So I grab a little bit of Caesar salad, a little bit of fish, and I get some of the cocktail sauce, and what I think is the shrimp, and I go sit down at the table. It wasn't shrimp and it wasn't fish. The shrimp and fish were in a different area. This looked like those. It's the same color, same breading, same everything, but it was chicken. So I had about 5 pieces of that chicken. Got a nice Fiji water, bigger size, and had some dessert, a couple cookies and stuff like that. And then I was going to tip since he got the comp, and he said, "No, that's okay." He put a 10 out for the tip, which is pretty generous, I feel. I would have done 5, but did that, and then I let him go. He went on his way. I went on my way. Let me see. Actually, let me go back to my chart here. While we were at the one place, we ended up winning $12 together. So we had one play, which I didn't even want. "Oh no, you have to share it with me." Okay. Then I was just gonna give it to him as a thank you for the room. "Oh no, you have to take it, please. I'll be offended if you don't take it." Fine, I take the $12. So we got the $12 there. Came back to this place, and so he leaves, and they're giving a gift away, and all of a sudden I qualify for a gift because they've been putting me in. They haven't put me in a couple months actually, but somehow I qualify for it, and it was a pretty reasonable looking thing. So I'm like, let me see. So I got it. It's small. So I did that, and then they had a $100 free bet, and I'm like, I've never used a free bet here. I don't know if I want to. There's only one pit boss that I trust, and so I said, if he's here, I'll use it with him. If not, I'm fine. Walking around, finally see him, go to his table. It's a $100 one free bet, and it's a $100 table. Perfect, right? Now I've seen this $100 table empty all day. I sit down at the table, I tell him about it. He's like, "Yeah, no problem. I'll verify it after you play. I know it's good." Okay. The dealer deals me a 9 and a 10, 19. Deals herself an ace. Oh, this is nice. So she checks, it's not there. Flips over a 4, she has ace 4. I have 19. She flips over the 6 for a 21, and I lose. So not only do I play it when I didn't want to, because I didn't really want to be on record as playing it, but on top of that, I lose it in like the worst way possible. Walking around right now looking at slots, I'm ahead like 90, but let's not count that yet because this session isn't over yet. But so a lot of stuff's been going on today. pretty busy day. Hung out with some friends of mine for a lot of the day. And part of the problem is these guys like each other a lot. We're all good friends. And they feel like it's their duty to let the other people know when there's a play and then split it. So they're splitting it like 3 ways, 4 ways, or more. And I walked up on one of them, and it was like $3 a spin. And they're like, "Do you want in?" I'm like, "You guys already have 4 people. You're only playing 75 cents. I would drop you down to 60 cents a spin." I said, "No, I'm fine. You guys play it out." And they won like $3 or $4 each on that one. So, but then when I find a play and someone's with me, they're like, "Oh, you want to do it? You want me to call so and so? You want me to call so and so?" I'm like, "Dude, the EV is like $5, so we're going to split it 3 or 4 ways." So that's the only downside. They're really, really nice guys. I really like them. They're good guys. No offense or anything, but just sometimes when it's that small, it's not worth splitting it. One of them is going to be heading to Vegas. He's the one that I went with last time to Vegas. I would have liked to have gone now, but it's just the timing is not good. Right now I'm looking at probably the second week of June instead of the 8th to the 11th. I might be looking at like the 15th or so, somewhere around that range. So I'll look all that up tonight or tomorrow and see if we can get that figured out and go from there. But yeah, it's been quite a day for sure, and we'll see what happens. There's still a lot of time left, and we'll be here overnight. So we'll see how it goes. I'm just going to take it easy, one step at a time, and try to chip away at it and make money, and we'll see how it happens. But so far, so good, and I'll come back and update you. All right, guys. I am back in the car and just leaving this casino. I'll be back, though. I want to take a little bit of a break from all the noise. Man, this guy, he is such a ridiculous driver. First of all, he's driving the wrong way down the street and cutting people off. Like cutting one person off and then cuts another person off immediately. I'm like, oh, this is ridiculous. We're going to die. But anyway, got through all that stuff. Just a couple things popping into my head here. Between the first and second blackjack session, no hands were played on that table. So I'm playing, and a bunch of people come to the table, and they want to play. The count is neutral, so I ended up just leaving because it's going to go from 1 person to 4 people. So I get up, and of course, because I got up, now they don't want to play anymore. I mean, you came here with your friends, and now it's going to be you and your friends only at the table. But that's not good, I guess. I don't understand that. So I ended up getting up. I'm walking away. They all get up and walk away, so no hands were played. I'm like, what am I going to do? Just sit right back down again? So I decided just to let it go at that point. Took a lap or two, came back. Not a single hand had been played still. So I sat back down, played a little bit. Then it went really negative, and I ended up leaving. That's why those were broken up into pieces. Now, I did play Blackjack other than that, and it was the same pit boss that I actually like, and he's actually angry with them at some of the things that they've done, allegedly. I mean, he's nice enough to me. He tells me about how disappointed he is in them and all that stuff, but who knows what's real. And he did not put me in the system. Actually, let me just double check that just to make sure I'm not lying here. But I don't believe he put me in the system, which is beautiful. That's exactly what we need. We want to actually win money and not have a record of winning money. While I'm doing that here, traffic is really bad. This actually, right now, is rush hour. It's a bad time for me to leave, but I'm going to go somewhere quiet and relax a little bit, rest, and then come back. I may even go check out that hotel room at that other casino and maybe even take a nap. Who knows? I'm not sure yet, but I'm going to take a little drive here and rest and come back. Okay, here, I'm logging in here, and for today, it doesn't show that I won any money, but let's look at the points, see if he put me in as playing but not making any money. And let's see, reward. Okay, so let's see if anything came up for today. Today is the 20th. Yeah, he put me in as 0 points. I went to the table and didn't play anything, but he put me in as getting to the table. So, whatever. That's cool. Whatever. I don't care. All right. I'm gonna let you go right now, and then I'll be back to update you soon. All right, guys. I am back. It's about an hour later or so, and I am back at the casino. I got some grapes and some other stuff for later on from the grocery store. These grapes were enormous. Like I could fit 3 grapes in my hand. It's like huge grapes. Um, had those. I'm sitting back in the parking lot and I am feeling awful. I don't know what's going on, but I just feel really, really bad. Um, I'm going to sit here for a little bit longer. Hopefully, I feel a little bit better. I don't want to go use the hotel room quite yet. It's still early. The shift change is about to happen here pretty soon. I'd like to get in there, look at some slots, and then potentially get on some tables and then go take a break and come back for the tables at least one more time. Um, so we'll see. I mean, I don't know what it is, but I just feel like really heavy, lethargic, low energy. I don't know what's going on, but hopefully it's not that food that I ate earlier because that food was mediocre at best. So, all right, gonna hang out here a little bit longer, and then we're gonna go in there, try to make some more money, and I'll be back to update you. All right, guys, I am back. I felt a lot better after that. Had some nice cool air blowing on my face. I felt a lot better. Went in there. That place is packed. So busy. A lot of broken machines right now for some reason. But today I actually saw quite a few jackpots that people got, like big 5-figure jackpots. So that's interesting. I had 2 short sessions in there. Now, I'm not sure if this one was before or after I came back, but I don't think I reported it. But I was up 122 in one session and then 226 in another session, both of them slots. So, that's pretty good. So that's 350, 455, 1250, 1375 approximately so far. So far going pretty well, and couldn't ask for it any sooner because it's been so bad. But right now I'm going to sit in the car and relax a little bit and figure out what to do, and I'll be back to update you. All right, guys, getting ready to get back in there. I was just thinking, I think the reason I get so tired lately because I have so much noise and media in my brain all the time. I drive about 8 hours a day, and I'm constantly listening to a podcast or a video or something, learning something, having it read to me, something all the time. Then I get to the casino, I'm in the parking lot, they're playing music in the parking lot. I go in the casino, they're playing music everywhere loudly, people running around talking, noise, all this stuff. And then the stress of, is someone watching me? Is something going on? Is someone watching me check machines? All these different things, all that input in your brain all at one time, and for a long duration of time, I think eventually catches up. So I was just sitting here thinking about that. Just when I sit in the car and calm down, like my blood pressure goes down a little bit and I feel better. So I think that's one thing that's been going on. But I'm going to head back in there, and I'll come back and update you. All right, guys, 9:30 now, and I am back in the car. There's a lot of stuff going on there, on and off, just taking laps, trying to find plays. Finally found a table to play. I was in this back area, and there's a guy playing a table. There's a second table next to him that's empty, but it's halfway through the shoe. And I noticed that he was about 80% of the way done. And that guy was just crawling, man. He was going so slow, playing his hands. And I'm trying to just hang around, make it look like, oh, I just decided to sit down now. As soon as the shoe started, it was just taking forever. So I walked around that area a little bit, just kind of keeping my eye on everything. And finally sat down there and played, and he was still playing slow and not well. And I had decent counts throughout. It's been a while, and decent variance throughout. And I was rat holing, and everything was going really well because that guy didn't have his chips stacked properly. He had them just like one long column, and then he'd be playing with one hand with some chips and stuff, and you couldn't really tell what he had. So I was able to put away about 100 or so, which doesn't sound like much, but it adds up. I mean, if they're not pinning it on me. Now, they didn't know who I was either, but it's good to just kind of do everything because that went really well. I bought in for 300, and I was up as much as $795. Ended up leaving the table plus 745 on the blackjack. And then slots, I had found 3 different machines. I made 52, 26, and 64, which is a total of 142, which takes us up to 2,100, about 2,200 and change for the day. And if this holds up, this will be my best day in a long time because it's been so bad lately. So right now I'm going to sit in the car and relax a little bit, thinking about going to the hotel. But then I'm thinking, man, if I lay down, I may not get up, and I want to be able to try to get more sessions in. So I'm just going to sit in the car here, relax for a little while, and make a decision if I'm going back in or not. Next closest casino that I can go to is a little over 2 hours, or about 2 hours away. The casino that I'm staying at, I was backed off of a long time ago, and I snuck in a few times, but never really played blackjack again because, even before they backed me off, they were trying to get my ID for 6 or 8 months, if you remember. So, yeah, everything's going okay. Just gonna rest here for a little while, and I'll come back and update you. But let's keep things rolling. Feeling good. I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back. It is midnight, and that last session was very, very, very difficult. It was about a couple hours long, and just could not make money. Found some plays, got buried, and then came back, and still ended up only making $24. So now we are gonna grab our chargers here, and we're gonna head to the hotel. I can get this in here. We're gonna go to the hotel, rest a little bit, and probably be back in about 3 hours or so. Take my laptop, get that charged, and then I'll also get my phone charged. Make sure I have the right charger for that, and we should be all set. So that's what we're doing right now. We're gonna head to that hotel and gonna lay down for a little while and rest, and then I'll be back to update you. All right, guys. Feels good to be in the room of a hotel that doesn't want me here, in a casino that doesn't want me here. Finally get to rest a little bit. So we could do some segments here. What did you eat today, MW? I had those fish sticks that ended up being chicken fingers, and those were awful. I give those about a 5 on a scale of 2 through ace, and I felt terrible after them. And I had sesame chicken later on, just the chicken, no rice or anything. I bought that from the grocery store where I got the grapes. Um, it was cold. It was like homemade, but they weigh it and charge you for it, and that was pretty good. I give that an 8 on a scale of 2 through ace, considering it's cold, and I didn't even have a fork. I was eating it with a spoon, but that was okay. And what did you tip today, MW? I had a couple good sessions, and one of them actually happened pretty quickly. Um, So I was very fortunate to have the good variance. So I tipped $0. And what did you learn today, MW? Well, I never actually had heard of a host giving out a free room in exchange for one of his clients to give him a free room at a different casino. But that's what was about to happen today. And that's the reason I have this room, is because he was supposed to take this room and then he changed his mind. And my friend was worried he was going to get charged for it for not using it. So he gave it to me. And then the guy wanted it back and then he didn't want it. And so I ended up with the room. So I guess we learned that today. Other than that, I think I'm going to get a few hours of rest, and we'll pick up on everything in a few hours. Maybe I can get 2 or 3 hours of rest, and then tomorrow morning, um, back to work, back to the office, back to work. But we don't have a long road trip, so if I'm up by, let's say, 4 o'clock, I'll have 5 hours that I can play before I have any kind of meetings or anything I have to worry about, or even be online. So that's all good. So for now, I'm going to let you go. And this was our 1100th episode. And for once, one of these big episodes ended up being a good one. We actually had some good variants for once. Usually on these, I do very poorly. If you have any questions or comments, my email is mwusa21@gmail.com, mwusa21@gmail.com. See you next time.